Welcome to my podcast. You're listening to Mood Swings by Robert Leckington. And this is episode 20. How is everybody doing? Good, I hope. So, yeah, I'm doing fine. Everything's good. Had a couple announcements. I'm represented now. I have a new agent, Actors Choice Talent Agency in Louisiana. I'm hoping to try and get something booked here real soon. I've been looking online. Hopefully soon I'll find something that will give me more to add to my demo reel and things like that. So I'm happy to be represented again. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that I went to Los Angeles and had a really great time. I went there particularly for the USC homecoming and the USC homecoming football game. The Trojans were playing my home state, Oregon Ducks. Of course, the Trojans beat the Ducks, and, I'm not bitter. Actually, kind of was hoping that the Trojans would beat the Ducks anyway, because, me being a student there and all, it's... And I was never really a Duck fan anyway. I was always like a Oregon State Beaver fan, so... it's okay that the Ducks got beat, but anyway, I still had a good time. They had the homecoming get-together the night before with the faculty and students that I had worked with online and everything, so that was kind of fun. Got to eat and talk and laugh and, just talk about classes, and it was fun. So as far as business side, yeah, I went and got my headshots done. I went and saw an agent, West Coast agent anyway, and learned a little bit of how it works out on the West Coast when it comes to, at least working with an agent, that kind of thing. So I did my scene, my mad Walmart clerk scene, which was written for me by my acting coach, Josh Nelson. And, I think I pretty much killed it, the agent that I was auditioning for, or at least, showcasing for, she had a really good laugh on it. She thought it was funny. It was a real good scene for me, she said. So, I did that, went and saw the beaches, spent part of the day at the Santa Monica Pier and walked around and took a bunch of pictures. And a couple days later I went to Venice Beach, took a lot of pictures there as well. It's one thing that's different in California is that you have to pay to park and then you can walk out onto the beach, that kind of thing. But here in New Jersey, it's like if you go to the beaches here, you have to pay to get onto the beach. So, and then being from Oregon, where you don't have to pay to park or to get out on the beach in the first place, that's like, to me, I don't see that. I don't understand it, but it's how they do it. So I just have to kind of go with the punches and have a good time while doing it in the first place, because really that's the whole reason why I was there. And I went to a couple of the places that I wanted to go to, the Hollywood Drum Shop. And just as I expected, it was pretty much the same that I had left it like 15 years ago. Was able to get a couple of different products that I was looking to buy, and was kind of grateful that they even had a couple of things that I was looking for that I couldn't find anywhere else. So anyway, I had a good time there, checking out all the drum stuff. Went to a couple of restaurants, obviously In-N-Out Burger, and that's like a Southern California thing that you have to do when you're in Southern California. Trejo's Tacos, I went there, had a really good time. The food was good, a little expensive, but, hey, with the kind of food that I was getting, it was actually probably comparable to a lot of different other places, I would say. And plus it was in, I don't know if it was in Hollywood or Wilshire, but it was in an area that was, for the most part, I would say, kind of a spendy area anyway. So I guess that it's, the prices were comparable and the food was really good. I really liked what I had. I had 3 tacos. Came with, what did I come with? Rice and like a Coke in a bottle, which was interesting. I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant where they gave you a bottle to drink out of. But all in all, I think I paid like $15 for all that. It came with like 2 or 3 tacos, I think it was. And I think I bought the pork tacos, the shredded pork. But anyway, the food was good. And really, if I ever go back, I'd like to go and eat there again. That's how good it was, I guess. So did that and met up with a student friend of mine. We went and had something to eat before I ended up flying back. It was kind of good to talk to him about acting. He's an actor out there, a union actor actually. So any insight that I could get from him, man, that's all that I need, really. He knows what's going on, man. So I'm really appreciative of Anthony. Thank you, buddy. Anyway, the LA trip went well. Got a new agent. What else? In January, I don't know when in January, probably in the middle of the month, hopefully, anyway. I'm transferring to Drexel University for their Masters of Science in TV Management course. So it's going to be quite the next few years are going to be quite the next toughest of my career as a student. So, from what I understand, though, too, it's an MBA type course, which might make it a little bit more difficult than what I've been involved with in the past. I know that I'm supposed to be writing a thesis for this course, and I'm under the impression, now I'm not really sure, but I'm under the impression that I can actually start that thesis as soon as I actually start classes. So, it should be a little easier. That way I can eventually, and depending on how many pages it is, I know Jamal Quay, my nephew, he's went to school, he took an online course as well at a school in Inglewood. Don't remember the name of it, but he ended up doing like a 100-page, I don't know if you want to call it a report or if it was a thesis or whatever it was, but 100 and whatever pages, man. I would imagine that my thesis at Drexel would probably end up being that large too. So I got to actually really buckle down and do the work. I at USC, I applied myself, but I think that I could have applied myself a lot better and probably could have gotten a better grade in one of my classes. But really, with the Masters of Science in TV Management, that's going to actually open up a lot of doors. Not to mention, hopefully I can squeeze my way into the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. That way I'll have internships all over the place if I can at least work out the schedule and everything. So but that's what I'm hoping for, is the broadcasting and communications master's degrees that I'm working on, and then getting, like the photojournalism course through the New York Institute of Photography, and to get the certificate through the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. That's kind of what I'm hoping to get, so it should be quite the next couple of years. So anyway, I wanted to kind of keep this podcast shorter than the rest because my next podcast I want to try and make it a little bit more professional. So from now on, 20 is a good number to, I guess, what do you call it? Establish myself and then, speak on things that I like. But going forward, I want to try and at least make sure that whatever I do talk about gets out there and not just to the few people that listen to my show. I want to make this thing worldwide. Even though it is worldwide, I want to make it known worldwide that, hey, I'm out there doing my thing and talking about stuff that I like, and even talking about acting and that kind of thing. I mean, it's always a good thing to share information with people. I know that when I was on movie sets and stuff like that, I know that new background actors and people would come around and ask questions, about whether or not they should do this or that kind of thing. So, maybe I could talk more about that. I'm trying to at least let people know that I'm here. I like to talk about the things that I like, and, if you have any questions or anything like that, comments, whatever, robertleckington@gmail.com. You could always go to my website at robertleckington.com. You could always go to imdb.com and look up Robert Leckington, and all that information's there as well. So, also on IMDb, there's a listing of all the work that I've done. All the more important work. So, yeah, I just wanted to try and keep this one short. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.